Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Sileo, Tales of a Dude One. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go to Patreon, where it's $5 a month or $54 per year, which is cheaper since it's annual. So, on the last Let's Play, we got some advice from Jay, the dragon, about, dating and people reconciling with each other. And then we talked to Diego about it, and Diego's like, yeah, no cap, we be hurting actually. And I might want to actually talk to Kyrex to be like, hey dude, let's get everything out and try and figure things out so we won't be, in pain. At which point, yeah, it's today, in the morning before the fight, which is also today. Is there anything else to say? No, I think that's it. So let's reset my face. And start. Oh, one more. Ow! Hey, take it easy. Sorry, you're all tangled up. In preparation for Diego's little chat, I had demanded to brush him in an attempt to ensure he was looking his best. At first, Diego was reluctant, so I presented the idea of him to him a little differently. After all, looking like a million bucks is the best way to spite your ex. Diego was unsurprisingly responsive to the idea when posed this way, although it had clearly been a long time since his last. Ow! Jeez, dude. When was the last time you had to throw a brush? I think Mom insisted for high school graduation, now that you mentioned it. 5 years? Yeah, around that. No wonder you're so tangled up. It didn't used to be such a problem. I think as I'm getting older, my fur is getting more wavy. We thought we ought to make this a regular thing. No thanks. I hate getting brushed. How about you? When was your last proper brushing? It's been a while for me too. I'm lucky enough. My fur is nice and straight. Unlike my sexuality. It doesn't get tangled, even when it's all thick in the winter. Oh, that's right. You won't like crazy in spring. I remember when I moved out of the dorm, one of my cushions had a big tuft of your fur on it. I left it there for a good while. Didn't have the heart to get rid of it. You never cease to amaze me with your talent for being simultaneously adorable and gross. Never was the biggest fan of cleanup. It's kind of Ow! Sorry. I'd almost finished, with it only his lower back left to brush. Just in the nick of time, too. Too much longer, and we'd both be running late. Lucas is gonna let you off in time for the final, right? He really ought to stop calling you in the tournament mornings. He knows your final is today. I'll be leaving whether he likes it or not. Reckon your little talk with him will be finished in time? Knowing Kyrex, it probably won't take long at all. He isn't chatty sort, nor does he like heart-to-hearts, like in that one game. About the sword and everything. This whole thing is out of character for him. Ty seems to think it's legitimate, and he has a good judge of character, or so he claims. I'm inclined to disagree. If Kyrex were smarter, I think Ty was being played. But, well, he ain't. Regardless, this whole thing is fishy. I don't like it. I suppose at least I won't have to wait too long to get to the bottom of it all. Not far off now. Sorry, I didn't expect this to be so difficult. Bah, tangles aside, it's actually kinda nice when it's you doing the brushing. I'm glad you think so. It's nice spending quality time with my favorite guy. I agree. I'm happy when I'm with you, even if it hurts. Oh, kind of like getting in the bum? Ooh woo. I was working the brush down Diego's back, forcing my way through various lumps and knots, ooh woo, when suddenly I was interrupted by a loud thump. What the hell was that? Oh, nothing? Huh. I resumed brushing, only for a short moment before the thump repeated itself. Question mark? I continued brushing for the sound only to repeat itself several more times. It was during those repetitions I finally noticed what was happening. When I brushed this particular spot, Diego would involuntarily kick his right leg. That good, huh? Shut up! I can't help it! I brushed again, eliciting an identical reaction before Diego grew fed up and scratched the brush from me, snatched. He grabbed me by the shoulders, spun me around before lifting my shirt and running the brush down my back instead. Oh, that does feel good. Just thinking about it. Hey, what the? And wouldn't you know it, my right leg began to stomp on the floor, entirely out of control. Same spots. It's different for everybody, but not for us. I mean, we're soulmates. Okay, I get the point. I'm sorry. Well, now I know exactly how to torment you when you get on my nerves. If you do, I'll torment you right back. Sorry, all of a sudden my brain's just gone into, was it serotonin mode? All of a sudden it's like phantom picturing myself getting petted in the back by someone I physically trust. It's like, oh, that feels like a good feeling. Maybe someday. I have to pry the brush from my cold, dead hands. Diego had his fun. Having had his fun, gave me back a gentle brushing while he was there. Unlike his fur, mine contained no knots for the brush to get stuck on. This is kinda nice. You like that, huh? I do. We should make this a regular thing. I brush you, and you brush me. Sound good? Oh no, it kinda hurts. If we keep on top of it, you won't have a problem. Come on, please. I wagged my tail and smiled sweetly in an attempt to sway Diego. And what do you know? It worked. Alright, can't resist a cute face of yours. Besides, any opportunity is a good one to explore your sexy body. Diego finished up with the section he was brushing before putting the brush down with a sigh. What's wrong? Duty calls. As much as I'd love to stay put, I don't think Ty would be happy if I was late. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Hate to remind you that you're the one who committed to it. I know. Doesn't mean I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I'm expecting Kyrex to kick off. Somehow, I don't think Ty would tolerate that. You're assuming that he'd have a choice. If it came to it, I doubt he'd be strong enough to restrain him. Hopefully, it doesn't come to that. Remember that I won't be far away from you. Far away if you need me. Just a short walk. Just give me a call if I'm needed. Thanks, Adrian. I will. Stay strong. You can do this. Diego flashed a quick smile before he threw his shirt on, planting a kiss on my cheek, and made his way out the front door. I sighed, wishing the moment could continue just a little longer. Alas, I too was expected somewhere, and I quickly followed Diego's lead, heading out in the direction of Lucas's office. I arrived at Lucas without a minute to spare, greeted by Lucas's sour face as I entered. Thankfully, I didn't seem to be the source of a scowl, as his face lit up as I entered the room. Ah, good, you're here. Thank you for coming in. No problem, so long as I'm gone before the fight starts, I'm good. You remember that's today, right? That's why I called you in, actually. Oh? Working on materials for the upcoming mayoral election. Nothing too big or too difficult, but still important. We want to make sure we don't fall behind. With that being said, We'd all like to see the final round of the tournament, so with an extra set of hands on board in the morning, we can't afford to close up early. That way, all of us can attend without falling too far behind on our work. In other words, don't worry, we're all going together. Nobody will be missing it, least of all you. I see. That works for me. Don't mind the cash either. So, mayoral election, huh? When's that happening? It's a few months out yet. People have to enroll to vote, which is what we're doing right. We're handling now. The contract is worth good money. Not that the election is worth anything anyway. Not worth anything? What do you mean by that? Regardless of who the elected official is, it's the same guy pulling the strings. It's a matter of choosing our puppet, nothing more. Jeez, but things aren't so bad in Woodcrest, right? Not at all. Said puppeteer has the town's best interests at heart. It may be a poor imitation of democracy, but it's not really a problem either. So, I remember a couple of episodes ago they were talking about increasing amount of people being gay and also increasing amount of people being born male. And I remember putting some in Discord being like, hey, they didn't talk about this. Is this an actual problem or is this them just shooting shit? It's like, maybe. But then is there also a thing where it's like there actually isn't democracy? Or in a sense republic? It's weird to think that in America they're like, we have democracy, and it's like, nope, actually it's a republic. And not a very good one. Because it do be like that sometimes. Is it a widely known thing? You'd think people would be more pissed off about it. Well, no, it's not. I just happen to be acquainted with the guy. I know how it is. Besides, it's like I said, he has the town's best interests at heart. If things are going poorly, such information would likely spread like wildfire, and people would no doubt be unhappy. But that isn't the case. How does something like this even happen? I thought there were laws against this sort of thing. Well, you know, political action committees and all that. I shouldn't really go into it. People know that the vast majority of Woodcrest is privately owned by this one person. It makes him more powerful than the mayor by a long stretch. He who holds the purse strings holds power, or something like that. The more you know, I guess. It's kind of funny when you look into certain things, like, I'm not going to poke too much into it, but when it's like, oh, these people that are my elected officials that I didn't elect get millions of dollars from these foreign entities. And then, you know, bow and scrape to those foreign entities. Okay, I did go more than I just said, but anyways. I couldn't help but wonder who this person was and how they came to be in such a position of power. It was a far cry from most cities and towns, that was for sure. At least, you know, this one being more admittedly, I think. But I bet's the crow guy. But at the end of the day, Woodcrest was indeed thriving. Luke was right, in a sense. So long as everything was going well, there wasn't too much of an issue. Anyway, I hope you're not opposed to addressing more envelopes. All the addresses are on the computer, just like last time. No problem, I'll get right on that. Thanks. I went to my desk on the opposite end of the room to Lucas and made a start on my work. There were thousands, hell, maybe even tens of thousands of names on the list. Thankfully, there were also one hell of a lot of envelopes this time around. Lucas was well prepared. It would take weeks to finish this list, even working full-time. The next few weeks of working for Lucas were looking awfully boring. Many hours and several hundred envelopes later, I barely made a dent in the list of recipients, just as I expected. I expected to go mad from boredom. Lucas called us all to attention. Alright boys, that's all we're going to fit in today. Hope you got plenty done. I think I'm ahead of schedule. I did as much as I could. There's still so much left. That's fine. We've got plenty of time to work on it. Hopefully with Adrian here, we've got a full day's work done. I did my best, but, well, there's a lot. I don't expect to finish this job for a while yet. Your best is plenty good enough. Now, is everyone ready to head down for the fight? Damn right. Nothing I love more than sweaty, undressed men. Also, just a random question came in my head. If you had like 1,000 envelopes, do you just put it in a sack and give it to the people at like USPS? Or do you have to like do that a certain way since like a lot of stuff? Hey, that's my boyfriend and his ex you're talking about. I know. I just admire from afar. I'll just admire from afar. I thought you didn't even like Kyrex. We didn't click. Doesn't mean he ain't a hot piece of ass. Oh, brother. Dom, is Axel coming along? Is Axel going to be coming? Yep, he will be. We're going to be meeting up there. Cool. I can only assume Ty will be present too. Diego's with him now, as is Kyrex. Huh? Diego and Kyrex? What's going on? Ty's been trying to convince them both to talk about their problems, and they both finally agreed to it. Jeez. Before the fight? That could make things extra awkward. Can't imagine that's a fun conversation to be having. I know, I haven't heard from Diego yet, so I can only assume it's still ongoing. Ty did mention something about that. I'm surprised he got them both to agree. As am I, to be honest. Anyway, I assume Russell's coming. And, what about Jay? Eric? Or what about Jay, Eric? Oh yeah, I think was coming. I'll text him to make sure. Logan too. Wait, you have Logan's number? Ah, well, you see, it's like this. There was this, Anyway, should I get moving on? Wait, Logan's the, shark guy, right? I know I praise this game a bit too much on its things, but I love that it can be able to go like, okay, that's not... Oh, Logan. Oh, right. Because he asked the rad guy after he was flirting with him. Oh, maybe they didn't do the dirty, but he just gave him the number and maybe just like messaged back. And do be like that sometimes. Yes, let's be on our way. Hopefully we arrive early enough that we can all sit together. Fine by me. Hey! He totally dodged my question. Our party arrived a little later than expected, with Dom and Eric insisted on changing into more casual attire before we departed. Okay, this is interesting music. Isn't this bad guy music? Once we finally left, we picked up even more of the delay, with Eric taking a brief detour to buy something while the rest of us waited. Arriving back from his foray, he was in possession of a suspicious plain paper bag, containing an object which he wouldn't describe. Despite our curiosity, Eric was not budging, and the conversation was dropped right around the time our group arrived at the stadium. We all took our seats, with only around 10 minutes before the match was due to begin. Thankfully, there was space enough for all of us, and a few extra chairs to boot for those latecomers. We weren't even the first to arrive, with Axel already being present and seated. Hey Adrian, hey Dom. Howdy Axel, how's been waiting long? No, only about 5 minutes. A little surprised to be the first one here. Ty and Russell hadn't shown up yet. What about Diego and Kyrex? No, I haven't seen them. Yeesh, I hope everything's okay. I guess this music isn't bad guy music, it's just... I don't know, music. Yeesh, everything's okay. I'm sure they'll be here. They wouldn't miss this. Assuming they didn't already have their fight at Ty's? Huh? Oh, right. They're talking it out at Ty's behest, trying to find closure and all that. Oh, jeez. Hopefully they're okay, and they arrive soon. We can only hope. I'm sure they'll be fine. Right, boss man? Ty wouldn't let them rough each other up. Well, before they're in the ring, at least. And he wouldn't let them be late, either. It'll be fine. You always know just what to say. Turn my gaze to the entrance. I noticed another familiar face enter. While it wasn't Diego, it was a welcome face nonetheless. Ah, if it isn't my wonderful husky acquaintance. Looking forward to the fight? I say I'm nervous, but nowhere near as nervous as Diego feels, I'm sure. That goes without saying, my dear friend, but hardly invalidates your own feelings. The final match will begin in 5 minutes. If our combatants could make their way to the ring. It would seem we are missing a few spectators. Yep, and the contestants. I see. Fear not. There's time yet. Actually, that'd be a question. What happens if both contestants don't because there's always that thing where it's like, well, if one contestant is to go, then it's default winning to the other guy, but what happens if both? Is it delayed? Or does 3rd and 4th place become 1st and 2nd? Hello. Ah, Logan, dear boy. Good to see you. Is Eric here? I motioned behind me, where Eric was standing, and Logan bashfully made his way over to him. How strange. Since when did those two know each other? Isn't that just the question? It would seem our socially awkward friend has taken an interest in Eric. Somehow, it seems like the worst idea he could have. Or, on the contrary, perhaps Eric will bring him out of his shell a little? Time will tell. Ah, here comes someone else. Yo, dude. Russell. Hey, you work today, right? Totally dead, my man. Where are the others? Oh, they aren't far behind me. I think Ty was giving them, like, a pep talk or something. As he said that, both Diego and Kyrex entered the building, walking only a short distance from one another, with Ty taking up the rear close behind. What was most interesting was that the two were walking relatively closely together. While neither spoke, their proximity alone was something of a miracle. Upon reaching the corner of the ring, Kyrex went to the left and Diego went to the right, with Ty choosing the latter. I approached Diego to greeting him. Diego! Hey, Adrian. Geez, the fight is about to start. You guys cut it fine. At least you're already changed. I had my fighting shorts on under my pants all along. I thought I was going to die of heat stroke at Ty's, though. Speaking of, how'd it go? Final match will begin in 1 minute. Contestants, easily to again. Shit, cutting it close, alright. I'll cue you in later, okay? This big lizard and I have one last score to settle. I was disappointed, but Diego was right. There wasn't time for that now. I gave him a smile of understanding, and he nodded in response before heading down to the ring. As he climbed into the ring, I noticed Kyrex was doing the same on the opposite end before leaning against the post nonchalantly, waiting for the match to begin. This is a scene like, the start of the fight's a scene change. It's like, because I don't know how long this could go on. Yeah, let's continue. Diego started stretching, using every last second of time he had to prepare himself. One and all, welcome to the final round of the Woodcrest Combat Tournament. Today's contestants have fought hard to be here, winning their matches in the heats, quarterfinals, and semifinals. As such, both competitors will deliver the very best Woodcrest has to offer. Accepting the first round, the winner will be crowned this year's champion and will be awarded this year's belt. In the red corner, we welcome back last year's tournament champion, known for his vicious and terrible hiding style. Please welcome this ferocious Velociraptor? Kyrex! In the blue corner is this challenger, an unpredictable and highly entertaining fighter who would strategy above all in order to claim victory. Please welcome this cunning Dingo. And with each previous round, the rules are the same and bear none repeating. After all, why delay with such an exciting match ahead of us, right, folks? Without further ado, may the tense, pulsing, pounding, nail-biting final round of Woodcrest combat tournament begin! Yeah, I think we might cut it here, because we only got like 5 minutes, and you never know when something might come up. And starting it on this cliffhanger is a dick move, which I would do. So, end of this Let's Play. But, you know, if you want to see what's happening next week, then you can just download this game, because it's free. And you can get it on Patreon. So, yeah, please comment, because I like comments. Don't you like dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise, if you like me, YouTube, and Lexi Crew, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos up crew, and please remember to stay near your must have control the population. And if you want to play this game, it's available for free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, Patreon. $5 a month, $54 a year. And until next time, let's wait. GamerWolfSix of Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. So thanks and see ya.